Okay. Wow. That is a Bay Area sports night that will be remembered. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, the return of Klay. He made 6 3-pointers. And then Steph Curry led the comeback by going on a personal 10-0 run. The emotion. I mean, it felt like the NBA Finals, felt like a playoff game. You don't normally see that in the NBA. I don't talk too much about basketball, but a few hours after Deommodore Lenoir signed his extension, we were treated to that. And Deebo Samuel and Ricky Pearsall were courtside, so good for them. They got to see what I think was a historic night. I mean, the Warriors, such a great dynasty, 4 championships. Klay Thompson was at the center of each one of those titles, back in town for the first time with the opposing uniform. And both he and Steph Curry put on an absolute show. Fun for Ricky Pearsall and Deebo Samuel to be able to watch that. That was something else. So I decided I've got to get on. Let's do a live right after this. I'll be flying tomorrow morning, so I wanted to follow up on Deommodore Lenoir's 5-year, $92 million deal. We don't have details beyond this yet. I could do my own math. I could divide 92 by 5 to tell you that it's 18.4 million per year. But beyond that, I have to delve into a little bit more detail and a little bit of prognostication to prepare you for what to expect. Deommodore Lenoir has yet to sign this contract. That officially is going to happen tomorrow morning. Once that happens and once we have more detailed numbers, we're going to be able to see where on this list Deommodore Lenoir is going to rank in terms of total guaranteed money and fully guaranteed money. In terms of average per year, the 18.4 million actually ranks Deommodore Lenoir 12th. He's going to be behind Jalen Johnson of Fresno Central High School and ahead of the Lions' Carlton Davis. Lenoir is now the highest paid cornerback on the San Francisco 49ers roster. When they signed Charvarius Ward in 2022, that was for $13.5 million per year. So Lenoir is going to be above that at 18.4 at number 12. Is that worth it? Well, he's currently ranked number 6 in the NFL, giving up a passer rating of 65 into his coverage. If you just narrow it down to single coverage, Deommodore Lenoir is allowing a passer rating of only 38 into his coverage. So the numbers would suggest that, yes, he is a top 10 corner. And that's just one rudimentary number. I get it. But there are other metrics, such as the fact that Lenoir is playing 66% of his snaps roughly on the inside, where he's having to do some crazy stuff like this. You can take a look at Deommodore Lenoir delivering for the 49ers from a nickelback position against the run. Look at the thump right there on Bucky Irving. Lenoir plays much bigger than his frame. He's agile and small enough to be a good corner, but he plays bigger and stronger. He plays like the hyena that he describes himself as against the run, and that's absolutely massive for the 49ers. So I think he earned every bit of this deal. I think that when you do look at the top 10, top 12 in the cornerback position, Deommodore Lenoir is on par with, coverage-wise, with a lot of these really good players that are in spots 5 through 10, but he also brings the added ability to deliver the thump from the inside. So when we talk about what to expect tomorrow or whenever the details fully come out after Deommodore Lenoir signs this contract, I would say look at the fully guaranteed money. Where's he going to rank? I just sorted this by fully guaranteed money, by the way. Denzel Ward is at the top of the list at 44.5 million. Somebody like Jalen Johnson, again, shout out to Fresno, 43.8 million. Sauce Gardner, that's a rookie deal down here. So you have to be careful if you're looking at rookie deals because those are preset. Patrick Surtain, 40.7 million fully guaranteed. I think it's going to be tough for Deommodore Lenoir to exceed a player like Patrick Surtain in fully guaranteed money. But I do think that the market hasn't fully updated itself. Like, somebody like Jalen Ramsey might be leading an APY, but he's only down at 24.2 fully guaranteed. I would fully expect Deommodore Lenoir to clear the 30 million mark in fully guaranteed money when that comes out. Now, don't confuse that with total guaranteed money, which is not as strong as fully guaranteed money. Surtain is at the top of the list there in total guarantees, 77.5 million. Jalen Johnson at 54. We might see over 50 in total guarantees for Deommodore Lenoir. What's going to matter, though, and is how it's structured. There's going to be people that are going to have takes about this deal when they see the guaranteed totals without knowing what those guaranteed totals actually mean in practice. And in practice, it's going to be important to take the 49ers salary cap situation into account. And for that, I have the 49ers salary cap situation right here. 2025 books, 2024 books. They've got $51.3 million of 2024 space. Anything that's unused can be carried over into 2025. Can and will be carried over to 2025. This year, Deommodore Lenoir is down here. Is making $3.19 million against the cap. Got a little bit of a pay raise thanks to the collective bargaining agreement for his good performance. I've already inputted Deommodore Lenoir into next year. I think most of the cap damage will come in future seasons. I do think the 49ers will try to stretch it out, prorate the cap hit, keep it low so they can pay Brock Purdy. I estimated an $8 million cap hit for 2025. If that's the case, they're down to $3 million in space in 2025. But you will carry over about $50 million. So you're going to have over about $55 million if things work out for the 49ers according to this estimate to begin working. And it's going to be complex financial Tetris. I'll take you through every step of it. I just want to give you a little bit of a primer of what to expect once these deal details do come in. But Lenoir, I would say he's a top 10 corner. The numbers say so. The tape, I mean, he's blossomed this year. He really has, playing inside and outside. If he's not top 10, he's close to it. And that's how he is being paid at $18.4 million per year. This is a difference between what we've seen process-wise in the Lenoir deal versus a lot of these other top-of-the-market 49ers deals. I know this one's not at the very top of the market. It's in that sweet spot, though, where it's a lucrative deal, but one that I think wasn't hard for the 49ers and Lenoir to reach agreement on. He wanted to be in that upper cluster. He knew that he wasn't going to be at the number one spot, so they were able to get this done during the season, way ahead of deadline pressure. And it gives the 49ers a good vibe boost. They've already won 2 straight games. Now they go for win number 3 against the Seattle Seahawks. And Deommodore Lenoir has some financial security that we're going to learn more about over the course of this week. Again, passer rating 38 into Deommodore Lenoir's single coverage this season, 65 into his coverage as a whole. Those are 2 really good numbers. And this is a reminder to anyone who tries to write players off too early. Deommodore Lenoir was behind Ambry Thomas on the depth chart his first season in 2021. And look where he is now. He really started to catch the wave in 2022 down the stretch into the playoffs. There was the interceptions against the Seahawks and the Cowboys that year in the postseason. Those were huge. Good game against the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. He continued blossoming in 2023, and now I think Deommodore Lenoir is a bona fide star. Calls himself the Hyena. Well, the Hyena has gotten paid 5 years, $92 million, and he gets paid, or news of it comes out on a wonderful night in Bay Area sports. Just a couple hours after, we got to see Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, just an epic basketball game. Klay and the Mavs, they took a lead there on the fuel, one of his 6 3-pointers, and then Steph just took over. Just went into FU mode. We'll say that about Steph Curry. It's got to get you fired up for the back half of the 49ers season. I mean, this is one of the best times of the year for sports. If you like baseball, then that's over now, but you've got a lot going on right now. And 49ers about to enter week 11 against the Seattle Seahawks. Massive game for them. Time to call it a night. We will talk to you tomorrow from practice. That's what to expect with Lenoir. We'll see you soon.